Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lisa. If you're new here, if you're not new here, thanks for returning. Um, so um, to expand a little bit on, I just made a very quick video to talk about the name change for the channel. Um, and my name is going to be my channel handle is going to be changing all across the board, and I'm going to be starting a um, I don't know if I can rename my blog, so I have to check into that. I haven't done that yet, so that I might be having a new blog. So I just kind of felt like the direction that I was going in was not necessarily exclusive to how my spirituality was progressing, and not just about being a pagan anymore. It was more like lifestyle, a lifestyle that's associated with being a pagan, and I'm moving way more toward urban homesteading and gardening and sharing a lot of that content on the channel as well. Um, so I really felt the name change was important, and it would properly reflect where I'm going as a whole. Um, and I got some really upsetting news today that where you put your focus is usually where you're blessed the most. And my day job is not really it hasn't shouldn't have been my focus. So I'm devoting more time and energy to my personal projects, and this channel is one of them, um, and trying to improve my overall quality of videos. Um, and on that note, so today what I want to talk about is a little bit about where I'm going with my shop. Now, right now, I have a shop on Facebook only, and a lot of it is spiritually based products that you could buy, like incense and smudge sticks and candles and stuff like that. But the way that the garden has been my it's been a source of spirituality for me, because there's no time where I don't feel more connected to the earth and to that spirit of the earth than when I am in my garden. It feeds my soul like nothing else. I love to grow things, and so um, plants are going to be my focus this year. I really love to grow things, so I'm hoping I'll have better success in the garden, because what I planned to, I have some holy basil seeds that I'm wanting to cultivate, and then I have regular basil. Let's see what else I've got. Some calendula, some chamomile, I believe, the echinacea. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. And I'm looking at my list here so I don't miss anything. It's some eggs, and I'm planting some loofah gourds and some birdhouse gourds, and I plan to put the results of those on my website. I do intend to make some birdhouses with the birdhouse gourds, um, and there are I have marigolds planted everywhere, and and marigolds are both edible and I think they're important to your you can use them in your spiritual practice as well. So that's important. I also have some lavender. If I can get some, I want to get as many lavender bushes started as I can because I personally do love to use lavender in my spiritual practice, and I would like to be able to offer those home dried um, lavender in my shop as well. I think that's important. I'm as close to organic as I can get, but unfortunately, I do have to sometimes put down some seven dust for the ants, but I try to keep my use of chemicals to an absolute minimum. But I'm still learning to garden, and controlling the pests naturally is still something I'm learning, and I hope to go completely organic in the future. But I do want to offer these dried flowers in my shop. So my plan is to not use pesticide at all if I can avoid it. Um, let's see, I have some nasturtiums that I'm going to plant, some peppermint, some thyme. Um, I also I thought I had some oregano seeds, but I'm not seeing them on there. I have oregano. Anyway, I have a lot of herbs that I am hoping will take off. I already have rosemary established in my garden, and I know rosemary is another useful herb for making smudges. Any of these dried flowers make awesome additions to your homemade incense. So um, that's what I'm hoping to do and have more offerings. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to try to do live plant sales and like out at our first Monday in. Um, I haven't decided on that. I'm still thinking about it. I love pothos ivies, and I propagate them so easily. So I'm thinking to propagate some of those pothos um, ivies as well. So I'm really excited about this season's garden. I'm gonna do my best to make sure everything just thrives, and the place where I'm getting my soil is an amazing friend of mine. Is She has compost piles that were established by the previous owner of her property, so she is donating all that soil to me so I can really upgrade, amend my beds and my whole entire garden. And I just have a lot of garden plans that I'm really excited about. So anyway, right now what I'm going to do is take you into my den and show you what I've done to my pantry as a way to get started um, with all of this, and show you my little homemade drying rack because I'm really tickled with that. And my daughter is going to be giving me one and that she has very similar, so I'll have plenty of drying racks to use for my homegrown herbs and hopefully be able to share them with you. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you a tour of my updated pantries. Okay, so my mom was not much of an organizer. So I have gone through our closet and just have really organized it as well as I can with the space that I have in there. It looks much neater already. And then over here on my spash racks, I'm not sure if you can tell, but I put little pieces of cardboard there that fit the size of these little racks, and it really helped to keep all my spices more stable. And I have, as you can see, I have quite a bit of them, and some of them, what I'm really wanting to do is like, the basil and I don't have a bay access to a bay tree, so I would still have to buy those. But all the ones that I can grow in my garden, I'm hoping to convert these and make them into my homegrown herbs. Okay, y'all. So I am most proud of the work that I did on over here. And I guess once upon a time, my dad was all about the yard chemicals, and since I don't know how to properly dispose of them, they're just gonna sit there, because I don't know what to do with them. But I have reorganized all these shelves. This is more. Um, no, this shelf right here is my garden shelf that I keep some extra garden tools in. But for the most part, I have reorganized my pantry. It now looks absolutely amazing. These are all like dried beans and rice and things down here, and of course these are store-bought canned goods right here. But I have begun collecting my mason jars that I'm gonna need for canning. I don't know that I'll grow enough to need canning supplies, but I am sure gonna try it. And so this right here is my little, I don't know if you can see it well. Let me go this way. But it is a homemade drying rack that I used Dollar Tree wreath. I saw a YouTube video on how to make these. This is just some tulle. I don't know how to say that. But that's just fabric there and zip ties. But this was a homemade drying rack, and we have that suspended from the ceiling. But it's not going to hold anything but herbs, and herbs are pretty lightweight. So there we go. Alrighty, so that was a little updated tour. The other day I was supposed to work outside, and instead I ended up revamping all of this area in here in my den, so it could be a little more organized. So no matter how disappointing things are turning out in my personal life, I'm still trying to keep my focus positive and keep going with my plans for the garden and my plans for the channels. I still have my Grey Wolf open, and I'm really going to try to devote most of my time and attention to that rather than worrying about what's going on with my day job. I can only do so much, and then I have to leave the rest of it up to the universe. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I do invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and again, thank you so much for your time, and I hope that you have a really awesome day.